and he was working as a VLSI engineer, and then now he is full-time serving in ISKCON Whitefield. So he has done Bhakti Sastri course from ISKCON, Sastric study, deep Sastric study he has done, and he is serving in ISKCON Whitefield in various capacities as a circle servant, and he is guiding many youth and as well as many families also. Prabhuji is guiding. So I'm welcoming Prabhuji to this session. Thanks for joining with us. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please take over, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, Prabhu, for inviting me here and giving me an opportunity to help and assist different wonderful, sincere personalities who are there in today's meeting. Thank you very much. So let's start with today's session. Today is the session 4 of Gita course, and a very important session again, because this is a session which answers various questions of life. So before I start, hope my audio is clear to everyone. It is?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So let's start by chanting prayers, and then we'll start with today's very important session, which is titled as The Art of Work. Please repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mokam karoti vachalam pangum langhete girim Yat kripatam vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So yes, we are discussing on a very wonderful scripture, the life manual for humanity, that is Bhagavad Gita. And we dedicate this presentation to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It's a very nice song that is sung. Jadi Prabhupada na hoito tabe ki hoito jivana bahita kishe. It is said, if Prabhupada wouldn't have been there, it would have been very difficult for people in general all over the world who are now connected to living a very holistic life. In fact, it's because of this great personality who traveled to West at the age of 70 on a cargo ship almost for 30 days with 2 heart attacks and seasickness and so many other troubles. Because of this personality who had the selfless mode of giving Krishna consciousness, giving the message of Bhagavad Gita to all around the world, to people all around the world. Today, we feel very fortunate that we have understood that what are the do's and don'ts that we are supposed to follow to live a very holistic life. Because in this age of Kali Yuga, now whatever is shown in majority, that's what people believe. But what is the truth? This is what was established by Srila Prabhupada. And because of his mercy, today we're going to discuss a very important topic, that is the topic of karma. This topic of karma is so very intricate. It's very difficult to understand. But then he made it so simple for all of us to understand that just by understanding that, even on the superficial platform, we'll be able to live a very, very holistic life. So our humble obeisance to Srila Prabhupada, and we seek blessings from him so that we'll be able to understand this very important topic to enrich our life and live a very wonderful, holistic life. So as I said, the topic is the art of work. Yes. And I'm sure there's a good amount of things that you people have already discussed. In fact, you people are very fortunate to have course instructors like Krishna Karunamurti Prabhu and Balaji Prabhu Indu Mataji. So the two Gita courses which are running simultaneously. And I keep hearing that all of you keep attending these sessions regularly, and a huge number of people are attending these sessions. And also the questions that you people are asking, those are also very nice. And I keep getting some updates about that as well. So I'm sure you have been very attentive in the previous sessions. Session 1. So there we had discussed the 4 basic needs of human beings. So what are the 4 basic needs? So please save the image of your course instructors. Please give the right answer. Yes, what are the 4 basic needs of human beings? Chat box is open. Okay, physical need. Physical need, yes. Second, psychological need. Okay, emotional need. And the 4th one is the spiritual need. And we said that the first 3 we are taking care very nicely: physical, psychological, emotional. But then something that people miss out in this world is spiritual need. And I'm sure all of you are already relishing that fulfillment of spiritual need to a good extent. That's the reason week after week you're coming to these sessions. Okay, in second session, tell me how to translate the signs of victory of Pandavas in our life. So what were the different points those were given? How to translate the signs of victory in the lives of Pandavas to our life. First one I'll tell, to create a holy environment. How to do that? Okay, bhakti. What else? Chanting, yes, chanting, good company. Cleanliness, yes, cleanliness was there. Regular worship, yes, all these different aspects. Okay, take it. Let's go to the third session. Oh, I'm just getting some important points. That's it. The session was really elaborate, I'm sure. Now, every session was 1 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and then you have elaborate discussion, and then you have question and answer also on Wednesdays. So I'm sure you have gone through very thoroughly. Okay, so in the third session, so what were the scientific proofs that you all saw for understanding that we are not the body, we are spirit souls? 2 important scientific theories, which are facts also. Reincarnation, second one. Near-death experience, yes. Reincarnation and near-death experience. Okay, there was something called as attitude of comparison that was discussed. So what is the solution for attitude of comparison? So what were those 4 or 5 important points which were mentioned by which we'll be able to overcome this disease of comparison? First one, yes. Perform your duty, okay? Perform your duty according to what? There was something mentioned with that. Perform duty according to one's capacity, yes. Next, according to one's capacity and according to one's okay, I can see some words here. According to one's nature, yes. According to one's capacity, according to one's nature. Okay, why do we work? Why do we work? Okay, this third one is also good, not to imitate others' duty. Why do we work? Do we work for name, fame, prestige? Why do we work? To prove ourselves to someone? Why do we work? To pay bills. Okay. Satisfaction, or mind satisfaction. We work for mind satisfaction. And the fourth, And a very, very important point that was discussed was be satisfied with the results that we get when we work. So obviously, these were some of the important points that we have discussed. Your course instructors are very nicely communicated, very nicely presented. Now let's get into today's topic, a topic which everyone has to agree. There are many, many people all around the world, and they're like, I don't believe in God. Everything is taken care by this nature. I don't believe in these spiritual subject matters. But then if you speak about the philosophy of karma, they say, yes, I believe in this. I still remember when I was working as a faculty, I joined in the same college where I completed my BTech, and then I started working. So my faculty who was there, he became my colleague. So we started having discussion. So one day, I tried convincing him about Bhagavad Gita and various principles of Bhagavad Gita. So he was like, I don't believe in God. I said, okay. Then I said, see, Shastras are talking about this. So he said, no, I don't believe in Shastra, Vedic scriptures, I don't believe. Then I thought, let me use my Brahmastra. My Brahmastra is karma. Then I started asking him different questions on karma. And he was obviously very convinced. And he said that from Bhagavad Gita, I believe in karma. But other things I don't believe. In fact, many times we see this topic of karma has to be believed on, because maybe other things we might not be able to verify because our consciousness level is very dirty and very low. But then this topic of karma, we can actually verify. We can see in this world. Some people are born poor. Some people are born very rich. Some people are born beautiful. Some people are born very ugly. Some people are tall. Some people are short. Some people, they have so much to eat, and so many other needs are fulfilled to a very great extent. And some people struggle to even get proper meal, even one time a day. There are some people whose parents are very rich, and some people, they're born to very poor parents. Some people, they're born with silver spoon, and some people, they have to go begging right from the childhood, even when they're not able to speak. So in this way, why there's so much of discrimination that is there? Any person who is logical, any person who has got some brain substance can easily analyze this cannot be by chance. It's not that the God is a sadistic person. He takes a coin, then head, okay, you go and take birth there. Tail, okay, you go and take birth there. No. There should be some logic by which a person is put into some situation, some circumstance, some family setup. If there is no logic, then there's no point. There's no point of this entire life that we all are living. So the logic behind that is the karma. So depending on karma, our next life is decided. Depending on karma, various other aspects of our life are decided. And based on that, currently whatever we are seeing, whatever is happening to us and different personalities' lives, all that is decided. So we're going to dive deep into this topic, a very important topic. I'm sure many of you will have so many questions now in this particular subject matter. But then if you are attentive in this particular session, which is part 1, and next Sunday, which is part 2, I'm sure you will make the statement that many of my questions are answered. So let's get into the topic. Let me first brief a good amount of prerequisite, and then we'll get into the topic of karma. So let's get into. Now, okay. So this is the first question which we start our session with. Which one is the best, work or renunciation? Now, this question was asked by Arjuna himself. Because Arjuna was confused when Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna got confused. Like many people in this world, they are confused. So Arjuna asked this question. Please repeat after me. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardhana tatkim karmani ghore ma Niyojayasi Keshava. Now here what happened is, after hearing chapter 2, Arjuna got completely confused that Krishna, now at some places you have said that you are supposed to work, and at some places you are saying that one should be free now from the work. So he was not understanding, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to work or am I supposed to renounce? What am I supposed to do? And Arjuna, obviously, as we all saw in the first session or second session, different reasons that Arjuna gave for not fighting. Then it's very clear that he was very indecisive about should I fight or should I not fight. So in that conversation, a very, very important conversation between Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna made a statement that I don't want this kingdom. I don't want anything. I just want to renounce everything and go to forest. This was the essence, basically. So Arjuna's situation was this. Arjuna was confused and he just wanted to leave. So leaving something, renouncing something due to problems is something which is very bad. Like many times people do this. Let me take up sannyas. Give up everything. Let me take up sannyas. So I've been giving this Gita course sessions, for a good amount of time from last couple of years. Now, obviously, now it's online, so I'm not getting much cases like this. But before, when I would take physical sessions here at ISKCON Whitefield, after the session, at least some men will come and he'll say, Prabhuji, enough. I'm tired. I'm tired of this family. She doesn't listen to me at all. And my kids are just harassing me like anything. Bro, please accept me in the ashram. Please accept me in the ashram. I just want to give up everything. I want to take up sannyas. Now, see, one thing we need to understand is, this taking up sannyas is not something, as I always say, it's not like eating halwa. It's not that easy. Yes. In fact, there are rumors about ISKCON that people are forced to become sannyasis. Now, it's a very important point to understand now, since you people are attending sessions, from which is organized by ISKCON, you should know that how difficult it is to take up sannyas and what are the steps, for a person who wants to take up sannyas. So there are various exams that a person should write, is expected to write. And this goes for almost 10 years. It spans for 10 years. So there are some courses based on scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and various other scriptures which they have to qualify. Then there's interviews. After interviews, there are repeated interviews. Then the person is kept under supervision for good 2 years. Then he's sent for preaching at different places. If he sustains all these different tests, then finally, after 1 or 2 years, the person is awarded sannyas. So one thing we have to understand is it's not easy to take up sannyas. It's not that, I'm tired of this, so let me give up all my work and then get into this. No. Because if the person gives up just like that, then he cannot remain a renunciant for a long time. We'll discuss why. Second, one is, it's very difficult to take up sannyas. Now, second point that is mentioned here is this, that sometimes people are so frustrated with their life. They say that, let me quit my body. Let me commit suicide. Why? I'm completely frustrated with my life. I'm not able to bear with all this. Now, all of you have heard the session on body and soul. All of you know that we are spirit, soul, then we are covered with subtle body, we are covered with gross body. What is death then? Death is the person, soul, along with the subtle body, leaves the gross body and goes to another body. That is death. Now, when someone says that, let me commit suicide, and many times people say, that let the soul rest in peace. But now when you understand the philosophy which is given in Bhagavad Gita, understand the facts of life, then we'll understand that death is a start of another very, very critical, adventurous next life. That is death. Death is not everything is over. No. So people who don't have knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, they think, let me commit suicide. Why? I cannot do this. I cannot do that. But least they understand that they're going to have tough time. Why? See, this body is like a jail, basically. We're stuck. This material world itself is like a jail, and this body is another covering. So now, when a person tries to escape from the jail, and when he's caught, don't you think he'll have much more punishment than before what he was supposed to be given? He'll be punished more. And that's what the material nature does when someone commits suicide. In fact, even legally also, because by the laws which are given by the government, by justice, even legally in this world, it is not proper to commit suicide. So this is on the gross platform. Now talking on the spiritual platform, material nature, she gives proper punishment to the person who commits suicide. At times, a person who commits suicide is not given the gross body for a good number of years. And he remains like a ghost just hovering around for a long time. So committing suicide again is not an option. First, taking sannyas is not an option if we are not ready. Second, giving up this body, quitting this body, committing suicide is not an option. Now, third, another very important point is if the person says, oh, no, I just want to, I just don't want to work. I just don't want to work. Inaction. Now, see, this inaction also, tell me, how is it possible to be inactive? How is it possible to be inactive? Like, we'll become lethargic. We'll get so many diseases if we just be there at one place. So in this way, renunciation in a very, very premature time is not a solution to all the problems that we have. Right? So here, Arjuna was not understanding this. And for the benefit of all of us, Krishna is explaining the wonderful aspects of what one is supposed to do. So now we have understood that giving up work is not an option. So we all have to work. Now the question is, what sort of work am I supposed to do? Now this is the question. Now let's see what sort of work we're supposed to do. A very, very important topic that we're getting into. And we're also trying to understand what is our mood most of the times when it comes to work. Now, and this is one point which I would like to highlight before we move on to this topic of work. Our renunciation is like this. I'm sure many of you might have tried dieting. Yes, I have to reduce my weight. Let me do some dieting, or let me do this, let me do that. Any work for that matter. This is how it happens. For some days, we are like, oh no, I've conquered my senses. I've conquered my eating propensity and all that. And after some time, all that bursts together. I'm sure all of you will agree with me that students, working professionals, everyone. So when we're tired of doing the same monotonous activity, say our office work, get up early in the morning. Early means nowadays it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock for people. Get up early in the morning, okay, then get ready, and immediately sometimes the person is brushing his teeth and then he has to attend a meeting. And again, get ready, go to office. Nowadays it's work from home. Anyways, very soon it will start. For many, it has already started, physical work. So we have to go to office and then work and come back, then have dinner again, attend some meeting, go to sleep. Again, the same thing. And the person is frustrated and like, no, let me take off. And then the person goes for some vacation. Now, what happens? When the person is working, the mind is saying that you should take a break. Give up, tyaga, give up all this. And then when he goes to a place for vacation with family or whatever, he starts thinking, oh, this work is pending. Oh, that is remaining. Oh, this is there, that is there. This is exactly how the mind works with the mentality of bhoga and tyaga. He thinks, no, let me give up. And when he's enjoying at that time, he's like, okay, bhoga is enjoying. But then again, that mood comes, oh, let me give up. When he's working, he's like, no, I want to enjoy, let me give up. So this is the mood of bhoga and tyaga that the person has. All the time switching. So our renunciation, even if someone takes up renunciation, how long it will remain? If he's not mature in spirituality, he is not elevated in his consciousness, how can he remain on that platform of renunciation for a long time? So here, a very nice shloka comes in from Bhagavad Gita. Here it is said, please repeat after me. Karmendriyani samyamya Ya aste manasasmaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharah sauchyate. So here it is said that externally the person might have renounced, but internally he'll be meditating on those things which he wants to enjoy. Like we have many dhongi sadhus nowadays. Din mein sannyasi and raat mein vilasi. At the daytime, oh, he's like such a great renunciant, and nighttime, all nonsensical activities. So what is the use of such a renunciation? What is the use of renunciation when the mind is not purified? When the mind is not purified, externally, giving up various sense objects, and internally all the time meditating on sense gratification, what is the use of that? What is the use of that? So this is a very important thing to understand, that even if I think that I should give up things because I'm not able to manage, let me give up this body because I'm not able to manage, let me not do anything because I'm not able to manage, we're actually taking a very wrong decision. Why? Because we'll suffer for that later. So it's a very important question that comes in now. What sort of work am I supposed to do? Because now I understand I cannot renounce. I have to work. If I have to work, then what sort of work am I supposed to do? And here are a few slides which will make it very clear that what sort of work should be done. And obviously, we're going to elaborate in this topic, this particular topic. And we'll also see the references from Shastra, that what sort of work should be done so that we live a very holistic, spiritual life, which will help us to attain the ultimate goal of life and perfect our human form. So here is a slide, a very, very eye-opener slide for everyone. Yes. So you can see this. So it is said, a question is posted here. Which work is good and which is bad? So in this particular slide, a person is shooting with a revolver. And on the next photo that you're able to see, the next GIF that you're able to see there, the person is beating. So here is the poll. I would request Chandru Prabhu to launch. Okay, I can launch. So here is a question. Here is a poll where you're supposed to tell me, in this particular slide, we have these two photos. So in these two pictures, what is the activity that is taking place? Is it a good activity or a bad activity? Here I'm launching the poll. Please answer. Is it a good activity, bad activity? Very simple. I'm sure all of you know the answer. There's no question. But just after you answer the question, I'll try to highlight this point. Okay, so there are 68 people who are saying that it's a bad activity. And there are 9 people who are saying good activity. And there are 53 who are saying can't say. Okay, let me end the poll here. Okay, here is the results. Hope all of you are able to see that. Okay, chalo. So here, many people are saying it's a bad activity. Okay. Okay, then let me go for another slide and let's see if you can give again the correct answer. Now, this particular thing that is mentioned here, this particular activity of telling the truth and giving charity. I'm sure now this is something which is very, very simple and all of you can answer. Again, I'm launching a poll. Tell me, is it a good activity or is it a bad activity? Yes, please answer. It's a very obvious question. Oh, 100 plus people are saying that it's a good activity, or only one person is saying it's a bad activity. And there are 25 people plus who are saying it's very difficult to comment anything on this. Okay, I end the poll here. Thank you for answering. Here are the results. Good activity. 121 people are saying it's a good activity. Okay. Now let me throw googly. Let's go back to the first slide now. Okay. So here, most of you or many of you said that it's a bad activity. Now I have a question. Now, when the soldier is using a revolver, is using the gun on the battlefield, and when he's killing the enemies, it's a bad activity. When the mother or father is beating the child to correct the child, is it a bad activity? Let's go to that next slide also, and let's discuss. I have some very important questions now, which all of you have to answer. Truth and charity. Now, always we give this example. Say you're standing, and a cow comes running in front of you, and a butcher is behind the cow to kill the cow. And now the cow, it goes in a different route, and there is another road also, and you're standing at the junction. The butcher comes to you, he's not able to find the cow. At that time, he's asking you the question, have you seen where did the cow go? What will you say? Oh, I'm very truthful, cow went here. Is it? Charity, you all said charity is good activity. Charity to a terrorist organization, good activity. Charity you're giving still, is it a good activity? So here, you all said this is bad activity, you all said this is good activity, but then I proved it here. It's not like that, it's opposite. So on what basis, what are we supposed to consider? Externally, we understood, externally when it is seen, oh, it's a bad activity. Or shooting is a bad activity, beating is a bad activity. Okay, giving charity is a good activity, speaking truth is a good activity. But my question to all of you all is, externally we are seeing and making a statement, but then there's something else also that is very important. Can you all comment on this? I'm opening the chat box. What is that internal thing that also matters very much? What is that? Along with the external activity. Ethics, situation, purpose, context, and intention. Wonderful. These 2 points are very, very important. Obviously, and many of you, whatever you people are speaking, whatever you people are posting here, it's all revolving around this. That is, first, intention. And second is the situation and circumstance. Okay, let me display a slide now so that you all will be able to understand in a much better way. Okay, here it is. Now see, any action that we do or that we see, we cannot judge just by seeing it. Just by seeing it, we cannot judge. Actually, this point is very important. The second point that is mentioned here, that is, there might be some things which might be very good for me. I might think, oh, this is a very good thing for me. But the other person might say that, no, this is not good for me. Like, for example, a drunkard would say, oh, this is the best thing. The drinking is the best thing. A sober person who is living a very pious life would say, no, this is nonsense. So here the point is that something that is good for me might not be good for someone else. So here, what is actually very important to understand is, based on the intention of the person and based on the situation and circumstance, together with the activity that we are seeing, we can actually give, or we can actually make a statement, is it a good activity or is it a bad activity? Intentions matters a lot. Obviously, now we cannot do some wrong activity and then we say, no, I had a good intention. I had good intention. Like, for example, a person is just walking and then he has a knife and he just pokes the knife in the stomach of some person and he says, oops, I was not knowing that. No, he'll get killed. Now I was just trying what happens with the knife. So here the important thing that we need to understand is the situation and circumstance and intention matters a lot. Intention I spoke, situation and circumstance. See, a Brahmana who is there, I'm not talking the caste system. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is a very, very logical categorization in the entire society. Brahmanas are the ones who work with intelligence. Kshatriyas are the ones who use the power and they work. Vaishyas are the ones who are business class, and Shudras are the ones who are working class. So now the Brahmanas, according to the Vedic scriptures, the Brahmanas are not supposed to fight. They're always above the Kshatriyas, always above the fighter class or administrative class, and they give guidance. But Kshatriyas will fight. Now, externally, when we see, oh, no, this person, why is he fighting? We know that we shouldn't fight. And I mean, the Brahmanas are not supposed to fight. And then we are seeing a Kshatriya, and then we are saying, what's wrong with this person? Why is he fighting? Now, here, what has happened? We have not understood the situation and the circumstance of the person, and we are just making a statement. So, to understand that which work is proper, which work is not, what intention should I have while working, and which intentions are improper, in this particular situation, what am I supposed to do? In this particular circumstance, what am I supposed to do? We have to consult someone. Now, whom should you consult? Whom should I consult? Because, we are relative, as I already said. For you, something that might be good, I will say that, no, that's bad. And something that is good for me, you might say, no, this is not good. So there should be some common place, right? There should be some place where we both come together at common consensus. What is that? What is that benchmark? That benchmark is given by the scriptures. Here comes the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Here comes the importance of Vedic scriptures. You know what? Till date, whatever life we are living, till now, whatever life we are living, where are we influenced from? From where are we learning various things? You see your own kids, your own kids you can see. Where are they learning various things from? Obviously, previously they would look at the parents, they look up to the parents and learn various things. But now, there is whatever they see on the big screen and small screen or whatever. And nowadays we have mobile phones and whatever. So people are learning from all that. So now currently our source of knowledge and the understanding of good and bad is dependent on what? Is dependent on whatever we are associating, whatever we're seeing. But then one thing we don't understand is even those people are portraying something on the screen or in the text or whatever, the modern text, all that is relative, and all of them, they are also imperfect in various ways. Then how can we actually accept, when the person is saying, oh, this is good, this is bad? So we need something which is very, very strong. We need proper praman. We need proper authoritative, bona fide praman, or what do you call it as? We need authentic proof, for understanding. Yes, and that praman is given in our Vedic scriptures. It's absolute. It's universal. Never we can say that, oh, this is circumstantial. It's universal. The principles can be applied by anyone and everyone. Like, for example, Bhagavad Gita. You pick up any principle of Bhagavad Gita, it will be valid in any place, any situation, any circumstance. Obviously, we need to understand the depth of that particular verse. Superficially, it might not work. So when we understand that, then automatically we know what to do, what not to do. And when we understand what to do, what not to do, our life will become so simple. Many times people ask this question, Prabhuji, my parents were telling this is not supposed to be done. But then, I heard from some other person this is supposed to be done. How to understand what to do? Okay, refer to Shastra. Refer to Shastra. Now, why worry? Refer to Shastra, refer to Bhagavad Gita. In this way, when we approach the Vedic scriptures with faith, and obviously with intelligence, we understand what is good karma and what is bad karma. And once we understand these two differences, and once we use our intelligence to analyze the same, we'll be able to live a very, very holistic, a very, very pious, very happy and satisfied life. Currently, what is missing is this discrimination. Knowledge of discrimination is missing. And this we'll get through Bhagavad Gita and obviously the sessions that we're going through, which are directly from Bhagavad Gita. We understood that externally I cannot judge a person's activity. I need to understand the intention. I also need to understand his situation and circumstance. Now let's get into a very important topic here now. And this topic is something which we all are waiting for. Karma, the law of action and reaction. So before I speak something on karma, a very important and a very, very intricate, complex topic, let me show you a very simple and a humorous video. Yes, please see this. defines karma very nicely. I want to hear from all of you all. So after seeing this video, and after, I'm sure all of you, we all have taken birth in a very, very glorious land of India. Right from childhood, we have been hearing different terminologies of from Vedic scriptures about from spirituality and all that. I want to hear from all of you all. In one line, what is karma? I'm opening the chat box here, please. One line. What is karma? And then I'll speak on this. Okay, karma is action. But now we're talking about this, whatever video we saw, the give and take that has happened. So how do you define that? Okay, what goes around comes around. Newton's third law. Yes, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Boomerang. And what is that? What we do to others comes back. Okay. What you sow, so shall you reap. Very nice. What you give is what you receive. Repercussion of our actions. Do action, get reaction. Yes, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Correct. Your ownership and accountability of your actions. Amazing. Yes. Action, intention, thought, deeds, able to take us higher or lower. Yes, very nice. I guess you people don't need Gita course. You people have to give Gita course yourself to others. Tit for tat. Can you share the video link? Sure. I can do that. Okay. So I'm sure that you all have a fair idea. Now let me just summarize whatever you people have spoken here, whatever you people have posted here. Let me summarize that so that we have a concrete definition of what is karma. So here it is. As all of you all said, every action has equal and opposite reaction. That is, now every action having equal and opposite reaction is from Vedic scriptures, and Newton has also taken that. And then responsibility comes with when intelligence is developed. And the third one, human life is a junction. Now, just read these 3 points. Please read it. Maybe I'll read, you can hear. First point, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Second, responsibility comes when intelligence is developed. And third, human life is a junction. Hope everyone has read this. I'm going to ask a question you're supposed to answer using the chat box. A very important question. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. And other points. Now, my question to you is, obviously, human beings, we all go through different aspects of karma. Whatever we do, we get back. And I'm sure, all of you are very experienced and you know very well that whatever we have done, we are getting it back. Now, my question to you all is, do animals also have this law of karma acting on them? I repeat, do animals also have this karma acting on them? Yes or no? Only 2 words. Yes or no? Okay, I see yes, no. Okay. So basically, my entire students crowd who is there today, they're like yes and no. Now let's try to understand logically, scripturally, does karma act on animals or not? Now, before that, I would like to focus on one topic so that we understand very clearly what is the position of animals and what is our position. See, animals, if you properly analyze animals in this world, be it dogs or cats or even carnivorous animals for that matter, or herbivorous animals or whatever. So if we analyze these animals and birds who are around, they're just doing 4 activities. 4 activities. What are those 4 activities? First, eating. You see, they're just interested in eating. They'll just keep searching in the garbage bin, or go and search somewhere else. These birds all the time, they'll be flying to get something or the other for eating or whatever. And these carnivorous animals also, they'll be hunting. They'll be seeing for their own food and things like that. So eating. So animals, they're programmed to eat. First. Second, sleeping. Now, after eating, what the animals will do? What the birds will do? Sleep. You see, the dog keeps sleeping very nicely. Peacefully it is sleeping under the car, under the truck, wherever. It sleeps. Birds, they are busy sleeping on the branch of the trees. Just a couple of days back, I was in Vrindavan. So early morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we started doing Govardhan Parikrama. So it is 21 kilometer circumference, which we started early in the morning. It's pretty dark. It's 4 o'clock we started. So we saw that monkeys were sleeping on the branches of the tree. They were holding each other and they were just sleeping on the branches. They're sleeping. They eat, they sleep. And third activity, what is third activity? Mating, have sexual intercourse, beget kids. Now that's what the animals do: eat, sleep, mate. And the fourth one is defending. Now defending is they're all the time fearful. Have you seen birds eating some grains? Maybe you can try. Just put some grains on the road or footpath wherever birds are there and see how they eat. They'll just eat one grain and keep looking here and there. Again eat one, again keep looking here and there. As soon as you go and touch the kitten and the newly born kitten of a very nice cat, you just go and touch and look at the ferocious mood of the cat at that time. Even for the dog, for that matter. Defensive attitude. Fearful. At the same time, to overcome that fear, they are defensive using whatever mechanism that the God has given them. Be it nails, be it teeth, or be it any other thing, like the porcupines, they have the stings and whatever. Now, so like this, we see animals do 4 activity: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And if you properly analyze, they don't do anything else apart from this. These are the 4 activities. Anything that is done, you can easily categorize in the 4 activities. Now, these 4 activities: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Now, animals, they're always going through this. Now, let's compare now animals and human beings. If you properly analyze, we are also doing 4 activities only: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Now, when it comes to eating, we have our own nakhara. I don't want this, I don't want that. Oh, I like this, I don't like this, and things like that. We want the cooked food very nicely. It should be cooked with nice salt and all that. Animals are much more peaceful. They eat whatever they want. Whatever is available, they fill their tummy, they're satisfied. But we human beings, extra natak. No, I don't want this. I want this. I'll not eat whatever come what may. I'll not eat because I don't like. Salt is not there. What sort of cook you are? Whatever. I'm sure all of us have experienced all this. So now we see human beings are also eating. Animals are eating. Activity is the same. Sleeping, again the activity is same. But again, for human beings, it becomes difficult at times, with so much of tension to sleep. But when it comes to a dog, around say it is sleeping. It is sleeping under the car. You shoo the dog, he'll get up and go under some other car and sleep. But as a human being, when he is sleeping, you go and disturb that person and see his Rudra Roop, will come out. So in this way, if properly analyze again, the activity is the same. But human beings are miserable and animals are pretty peaceful. Mating, even that is becoming tough nowadays for human beings due to the lifestyle. Begetting kids is becoming very difficult because of the lifestyle. So many medicines, so many operations people are going through. Animals are just going. They're doing the activity, they're begetting kids. Again, the activity is same. Defense. So animals are using their nails and their strength and horns and stings and whatever is available. Human beings, what do? They have safety doors, they have the life insurance, they have this and that and all that, sophisticated ones. But finally, what is the activity? Defense. So now you see, in both the cases, the activities are same. But still there's a difference between the two. Animals and human beings, there is some difference that is there. I want to ask you all, what is the difference between animals and human beings? Today, we'll be a bit confused to understand, am I an animal or am I a human being? So let me answer this question. But I want you all to answer this question before I speak. What is the difference between animals and human beings? What is that one thing that differentiates the two? I open the chat box here, please. One word. What is the difference? Oh, intelligence. Everyone is saying intelligence. Aha. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you for answering. So, intelligence. Now, I have another question again. So, we are using intelligence for what? We said, okay, animals, they don't have intelligence. Or they have less intelligence. Human beings have more intelligence. But if you properly analyze, no, even animals have got good amount of intelligence. How? Very simple. Let's take, for example, a cat. Now, in the kitchen, when the milk is kept, the cat wants to go and drink the milk. But it will not come when the master is there. When the master leaves, the cat, using its soft paws, it will come. Very, very silently it will come. You will not understand only that someone has gone inside. It'll go, drink all the milk, aram se, and leave the place. Isn't this intelligence? Have you seen the nest of birds? They don't have hands, they just have one beak. And using that, such an amazing structure they make. They get nice fibers and all that, and they just intertwine all that and make that nest. This type of nest is there. Another type of nest, I'm sure you might have seen, like this. That is again such a complex structure. If they don't have intelligence, if they don't have creativity, then how are they able to do all this? Even a dog, for that matter. Suppose a dog is following you, and then you say, "Shoo!" No, immediately it will just turn and it will go. It will understand that, oh, this person does not like me, or this person will harm me. So animals do have intelligence, but then they're using it for eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Another example which Srila Prabhupada gives in a book called The Nectar of Instruction. Suppose a sack of grains is kept on the road. A bird comes, it will eat and it will go. Cow comes, it will eat and it will go. What will the human being do? What will we do? Oh, utha ke leke aao. Yes, let me get it. So here we see animals are using their intelligence, whatever intelligence they have, for eating, sleeping, mating, defending. And they don't have a very evolved intelligence. But human beings have evolved intelligence. But still, if we properly analyze, our lifestyle says that we are also behaving like animals using our intelligence. Now, someone might say, Prabhuji, come on, don't offend me now like this. I'm studying, I'm working, I'm handling so many projects, I'm handling so many people, I'm coding, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Arey Baba, sab theek hai. Why are we doing all this? Once I was giving a class I was invited to some university here, engineering college. And then I asked a question that for what purpose are you all here? And I gave some option. One option was, how many of us are here for knowledge? I remember clearly some 3-4 boys or 3-4 students, boys and girls together, they raised their hands. And all the other people who were there, I guess some 200 people were there in the hall. They all are looking at them and as weird. What are you saying? We are here to get a job. And why am I supposed to get a job? Money. You say yes or you don't say yes. No, the fact is this. The person wants money because to sustain in this world, money is needed. And for that, one has to work. But now, why are we working? If we don't work, we'll not get money. If we don't get money, we'll not be able to do what? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Finally, what are we doing in every activity? Just aiming at using the intelligence to do the 4 activities: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Then what is the difference between animals and human beings? Sorry if I've pulled the carpet beneath your feet. But this is a very important thing which our Shastras talk about. They open our eyes and they make us realize. This is common sense what I'm talking. But still, we need that chakshu, that eyes, that Shastra chakshu, or the eyes of knowledge which Vedic scriptures give us. And that's what we realize now, that we have evolved intelligence, but then that evolved intelligence, we're using it for something very, very low. That is eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Obviously, that has to be done. But that is not all in all. Like, for example, a Mercedes car can be used for plowing a field. But then is it a good way to use Mercedes car or any posh car for plowing a field? Tractor is there, no, for doing that. Mercedes or any posh car is used for something, not to have a nice pleasure. So human life that is there, the human form that is there with the evolved intelligence is for some higher cause. And this animal propensity of eating, sleeping, mating, defending that is there, it's for them, with the very less evolved intelligence. They're not able to discriminate between what is right, what is wrong. They eat anything and everything, that is available. Yes. And they're just busy doing those four activities. But if we are also doing those four activities only with our evolved intelligence, it's like using the Mercedes car for, which can give some higher pleasure of a long drive, for the lower ones, that is for plowing the field. And you know what? When we try to compete with animals using our evolved intelligence, we suffer like anything. And that is the reason now people are having so many problems. Because people are busy doing only animalistic activity, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But using evolved intelligence, when the person does four things, which he can do, then he can actually be satisfied. And that is A, B, C, D. What are those? A, ability for higher inquiry. Using our intelligence, the evolved intelligence that all of us have got, when we inquire something higher beyond this world, beyond the cycle of birth and death, then we can say that, yes, I'm actually inquiring something higher. In Shastra, it is called as Athatho Brahma Jigyasa. It means inquiring about the spiritual subject matters. Inquiring. This is a very simple inquiry. Sometimes small kids also ask, Mama, where was I before taking birth here from your womb? After death, where will I go? Why is it that my friend, is born in such a poor family and I am born here in a rich family? Ma, can you please tell me that, for me, it takes so much of long time when I'm reading to understand, when that person, he just reads once, hears once, and he's done. And what is going to happen after death? Am I going to be again in this world? What sort of body am I going to get? And the important question is, why am I suffering here? Why? What is the problem? When we ask these questions, to obviously a bona fide source like Vedic scriptures and a bona fide guru, then we get answers. But the start is from where? We start ability. We use our ability to inquire about higher things. This is A, ability for higher inquiry. This is what we are supposed to do using our evolved intelligence. A. B, bliss. Have you seen animals searching for bliss? And while eating, are they searching for bliss, or are they just aiming at satisfying the tummy? When they're mating, are they searching for bliss? It is an activity just for them to beget kids. Beget offsprings. But human beings, at every place they're searching for what? They're searching for happiness. Why? Because using our evolved intelligence, actually we can get permanent, unending happiness. But then, unfortunately, we are searching that happiness where? We're searching those happiness in the animalistic activities of eating, sleeping, mating, defending. I have an activity for all of you all. When you go on the road, just look at the banners, look at the billboards, or even the advertisements, those are there. All of them will be just moving around these four activities: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But then this evolved intelligence can be used for what? For getting higher pleasures. Pleasures on the spiritual platform. C for choice. Now tell me, animals have some choice? Do they have any choice? They are just programmed to do those four activities. But human beings have a choice. Sunday evening, you people can go for shopping. You can go for watching some movies. You can just hang around. But you had a choice to either go and do those activities or come and hear Bhagavad Gita session. We had a choice and we chose something. We chose the right thing. So human beings using their evolved intelligence, they can actually choose right or wrong. They can discriminate between the two. And the fourth one is determination. You see, animals are not determined to do something. Even if they're doing something, if we just shoo them off from there, they'll just go away. They're not determined. But when it comes to human beings, we are determined. Whatever, you can use our determination. I remember back in my college days when I was serving as a placement coordinator. So companies would be coming, and then many students would be appearing for those interviews and written test or whatever. There was one boy I was seeing. So in BITS Pilani, we have companies coming like anything. No, in a day, 3, 4. So one thing which I was noticing was I was obviously there to encourage people, to help them out and whatever, motivate them. So one thing I was seeing, one boy was there. He was appearing for all the interviews in the day. He was not passing. Again, all the interviews like this. Easily he sat for 30 plus companies, which came, and finally he cracked one and he got into. I was like, this is determination. I'm sure when the exams are there, students like one day, they'll not study entire semester, but 2 days before or 1 day before. They'll have full plan, focus study, full night study. Determination. Yes, determination. But again, the point is, we can use our evolved intelligence to be determined to do something higher in life and to go ahead and achieve the ultimate goal, the perfection of human form of life. So in this way, we see ability for higher inquiry, bliss, choice, determination. We have, they don't have, animals don't have, because we have evolved intelligence. They don't have evolved intelligence. Now the answer comes here. Do animals have this philosophy or this aspect of karma acting on them? The answer is no, because they don't have evolved intelligence. They're programmed to do those 4 activities. But human beings, why they have to go through action and reaction cycle? Because we have evolved intelligence. Because we have an evolved intelligence, using that we can actually break the cycle of action and reaction. Animals, they don't. They cannot think also. Yes. Now we cannot call them for Gita course. Come and attend online Gita course. Not possible. So in this way, this second point that was mentioned, maybe I'll display the slide so that we understand what we are speaking about. The second point, responsibility comes when the intelligence is developed. Responsibility comes with evolved intelligence. This is what is the point that I was trying to explain from last 10 to 15 minutes. So animals, they don't go through this. Similarly, even small kids who are not yet matured at the psychological platform, at physical platform, at different emotional platform, they also don't have this aspect of karma acting on them. So small kids, even they lie, even they do any activity, who are just like crawling and just started to walk, or just trying to speak or whatever. Maybe we can roughly say, Chanakya Pandit says around less than 11 years. Less than 11 years. So karma does not act on them. But unfortunately, now kids are becoming very prematurely matured by seeing all the videos and whatever nonsense is available on internet. So I don't know the current, what age we can put as a benchmark. But then, till the point they reach 10 years, they're okay. We can say they're immature. So karma will not act on them. But people who have evolved intelligence, like you and me, we have now this karma, that is action and reaction, working very nicely, and we all are stuck in that cycle of action and reaction. So now we understood animals don't have karma. I mean, they don't go through karma, action and reaction. Kids don't go through action and reaction cycle. But we, people who are called as adults, we go through action and reaction. And now it's the point in this particular phase of our life. Now it's the point to analyze and decide. I'm at a junction now. I'm at a junction and I can go to any place. Either I can go to some higher realm, or I can go down to animal species. I can go to any of the aspect that is there. Human life is a junction. And in this junction, we have to make a choice. We have to make a choice of living animalistic life, or we have to use our evolved intelligence to evolve our consciousness and go to the next level to break the cycle of birth and death and attain the ultimate perfection of human form of life. Now, this is something which we have to think about. Obviously, many people will say that, oh, drink, eat, marry, enjoy, life is for enjoyment, this and that, all nonsense people speak. But now, using the evolved intelligence, we have to understand and analyze, what am I supposed to do now? In this human form of life, with evolved intelligence, where I'm able to analyze, I'm able to understand the different things about human form, about the goal of human form, what am I supposed to do now? Because human life is a junction, and this junction will decide what will be our next destination. I would like to display a few more slides before we end today's session. There's a nice shloka which comes, in Bhagavad Gita, which says, Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani granati naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. So basically, what is happening with all of us? Why am I saying this human form is a junction? Because, as we have already seen in third session, at the time of death, when the body becomes useless, the soul switches on to another body, which is called as soul transmigration. Now, what is that next body that we're going to get? How many different types of next bodies we have? Here is a shloka from Padma Puran, which makes it very clear. Here it is. Jalajanava lakshani sthavara laksha vimshati kramayo rudra sankhyaakaha pakshinam dasha lakshanam trimsal lakshani pashavaha chatur lakshani manushaha. So now here we have a complete wholesome description of how many different types of bodies we have. It says Jalajanava lakshani. Jalaja means the one who takes birth in water. That is aquatics. How many? Nava lakshani, 9 lakh species. Sthavara. Sthavara means not moving. I mean trees and other species like that. Sthavara laksha vimshati. Laksha vimshati is 20 lakhs. Then krimayo rudra sankhyaakaha. That is insects, krimi. How many? Rudra sankhyak. That is 11 lakhs. Then pakshinam dasha lakshanam. This is simple. That is pakshi, that is birds. How many? Dasha lakshanam, 10 lakhs. Then trimsal lakshani pashavaha, quadrupeds, 4-legged animals. How many they are? Trimsal lakshani, that is 30 lakhs. And it says chatur lakshani manushaha. Manushaha, human beings. How many number? Human beings are 4 lakh species. And this is basically with the consciousness level, basically we're talking about. So in this way, we understand 84 lakh species are available with all of us. And in this human form of life, which is a junction, we can decide which destination to go for. Ticket we can purchase now. Ticket we can purchase now for the destination. And that is basically the karma or the action that we're doing in this particular life. Now the question is, enough, Prabhuji, you have spoken a lot of things. Now tell me, what should I do? What are the activities? What is Bhagavad Gita talking about? What is Bhagavatam talking about? What is Vedic scriptures talking about? What sort of activities am I supposed to do to choose the best destination next life? So this particular question will be answered next Sunday. I'll be again there with all of you all, and it will be my pleasure and privilege to describe this particular topic, a topic which will actually open our eyes, a topic which will actually answer the question, why do bad things happen to good people? Many times people ask this question. Oh, it's a very frequently asked question. Prabhuji, why do bad things happen to good people? People feel that they're good and they ask, why am I going through these problems? What's the problem? What's happening? So these are different questions which people ask. And obviously, we're also going to see the Papa Karma, Punya Karma, and various other aspects. So I request all of you all that be there on Sunday, next Sunday, and we'll have another very, very intense and a very, very logical and a very self-introspective session by which we'll be able to analyze in this human form of life, which is a junction, what am I supposed to do? So it's 7:17. So maybe we can take one or two questions and then we'll do mantra meditation. Please post your questions. I'll not be able to answer all of them, but I'll try to answer at least a few. Yes, any questions, please ask. My pleasure to serve. Is inaction also action? See, we're going to discuss this topic about inaction elaborately next session, because there are three activities: karma, vikarma, and akarma. So akarma is sometimes called as inaction. So we'll discuss about this elaborately. Inaction basically means when we are doing some action, but we are not getting any reaction to that. So this is a very important topic, and this will be something which will be elaborately discussed in the next session. Okay. Okay, video link. Maybe I'll share the video itself, because I don't know where we downloaded it a couple of years back, so I don't know where that link will be, but I can send the video. How can we choose good destination? This is what is the topic next session. Elaborately, we're going to discuss about this. The difference between spirituality and religion. Maybe just to answer this in one line, I can say, all of us have been doing some rituals. But when we understand the spirit behind the ritual, it actually becomes spiritual. So here you see all the sessions that we'll be having, all the nine sessions. Today is 4th session, part 1. Whatever sessions we're going to have, in every session you will see, we'll speak about the spirit, we'll speak about the logic behind a particular thing. In fact, there is one exclusive session which is titled as religion or spirituality, and also the content of that session is why we do what we do. Various activities that we do, like puja, and in the puja also, the aarti that we do, we have incense and ghee lamp and all that we offer, and then we offer bhoga to the Lord. We pay obeisances, we do namaskar. Why all these things? Why we blow conch shell? Why these bells are there in the temple? Why the structure of the temple is like this? So all these scientific things will be discussed in that session. And it will come in the future sessions. If animals don't have karma, how would they get born? Oh, that's a very wonderful question. Rakhi Mataji is asking this question. This question will be answered next session. Please wait. I will not be a spoiler now. I'll answer this in a detailed way. Can we purchase Srimad Bhagavatam? Yeah, why not? You can. Please talk to your mentor. Goloka and Vaikuntha are different. No, they're same. They're same. They're not different. The spiritual world is called as the Vaikuntha planets. Please tell about 4 lakh human forms. 4 lakh human forms, basically it's based on the evolved consciousness. So we will see that there are some people who are uncivilized, like for example, the forest dwellers who are there. So their daily activities itself will be very difficult for us to comprehend. They will not wear clothes. Their speech will be very harsh. Their behavior will be different. So they're at one consciousness level. And we have some people who are called as civilized, stay in the social setup and all that. They have a different level of consciousness. The ones who are practicing spirituality, they are on a different level of consciousness. And finally, when we go to the first living entity, that is Brahma. So Brahma is at a very highest level of consciousness. So from Brahma to the lowest consciousness level, all of them, they come under the category of 4 lakh species. So that's how 4 lakh species are, they are categorized. How to control instinct? I think more description is needed to this question, because this word instinct can be comprehended in various ways. My pleasure to give this session. Okay, I guess 4 lakh thing is answered. How the human can become like an animal? Do you really think, Parth, that I'm supposed to answer this question? We can see around, we'll understand. The karma intention is good, but unknowingly goes for wrong cause. Is it considered a good karma or bad karma? I'll just tell a scenario and you understand for yourself. I think I already told this. A person is walking and we have a knife and we poke into his stomach and he's dead, and we're like, oops, dead. I was not knowing. So now, if suppose we say this in the court, what will happen? The judge will say, oh, you're not knowing? Oh, it's okay. Another example. We are traveling in a train. We have not taken ticket. First time we're traveling in the train. We never knew that we're supposed to buy a ticket. And we just got into, and then we don't have ticket. The TT comes, the ticket checker, TC comes, and then he's asking the ticket, and we're like, oh, we're supposed to take ticket? I was not knowing. What will be the reaction of the person? Oh, you are not knowing? It's okay, no problem, no problem. No. Since you are not knowing, I'll spare you. Will he do that? On the road, when we are driving with a high speed and the speed limit is, say, 30 or 60 or whatever, and we are at speed of 100, and the police, he catches, and we are like, oops, I didn't see the board. So basically, ignorance is not an excuse. Next session, we're going to elaborate on this topic. Ignorance, not an excuse. We have got a human form with evolved consciousness. We have to use that evolved consciousness and intelligence to understand what is right and what is wrong. And we cannot now, in this evolved level of human form, give this reason, oh, I was not knowing. It is expected that we know. It is expected. And so everything is given to us. All these wonderful books of wisdom are given to us by Lord Krishna himself so that we understand how to live life. So we have to follow the life manual, Bhagavad Gita. That's what is the point. What about the teenagers who are not matured enough to know about karmas? Will they face the consequence of it? See, nowadays, no, teenagers, they know everything. They know everything. That's what I said, right? Unfortunately, before the age they've got matured. So if they're able to differentiate between what is right, what is wrong properly, and still if they're acting that they don't know, they will face the repercussions. But actually, if they're innocent, they don't know, then obviously they'll be spared. Because see, material nature, obviously she understands that who are evolved and who are not. We might act, but they know very well. So a person who is mad, say, so no one bothers when a mad person comes and does something nonsense because he does not have evolved consciousness, right? So even the material nature will not consider that. So similarly with small kids. Was that I think we should tell the truth but still save the cow. Okay, instead of the cow, if there is some small kid that is running different direction and a criminal is running behind the small child, will you save the child or? Yes. How to get peace of mind. I think now we can go to this. How to get peace of mind. Let's get into that. You know what? All that we have discussed is there. It's a very important topic that we have discussed. But then if someone takes up to devotional service very, very seriously, very nicely, most of you are doing. I hear from all the mentors of yours and your course instructors, Balaji Prabhu, Indu Mataji, and Krishna Karunamurti Prabhu, Yogini Mataji. So they keep telling about how you people have already started chanting, how you all are sincerely coming, for the Sunday sessions, to the Wednesday sessions. See, when we take up devotional service, very nicely, you know what? We need not worry much about karma. Obviously, I will elaborate on this topic next session, but I'm just telling this line. We need not worry much. Important is we chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We chant, we hear. We chant, we hear. And every single day we do it without fail. 108 times minimum. That is one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Minimum. Every single day. When we do that, you will see how the discrimination power will be so proper. How every single verse of Bhagavad Gita will be like, oh, this I know. Basically, the intelligence will get evolved in such a great way because the consciousness will go higher and higher. Because this Mahamantra is not a normal mantra, not a normal, some words put together or something. It is a magical mantra. When we chant that mantra, you know what happens? The consciousness level gets pulled up like anything. I'm sure most of you might be already experiencing. I'm sure, because we started somewhere in September or the sessions, and around 7 or 8 sessions might have happened till now, Sunday sessions. And all the ones who are sincerely chanting every single day, I bet you surely will be experiencing that rise in consciousness level, that peace and satisfaction, and all the other things which all of you might be experiencing in different ways. So important thing is practice, spiritual practice. And that spiritual practice, or the topmost thing in the spiritual practice, is chanting of the holy names of the Lord. That is mantra meditation. And what are we supposed to do in mantra meditation? You all know much better now. Just chant and try to hear. No need of thinking about anything else. Chant and hear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The 16 words, which is composed of 32 syllables, we're just supposed to focus on that. And when we do that properly, every single day, you will see the difference. And someone is asking here how to get peace of mind. Oh, peace of mind will be nothing. The satisfaction that you will get if you're doing it properly every single day, the clarity that you will get in your life, and the clarity or the goal will become so clear that you'll be on a different platform altogether, completely different. So important is every single day practice of mantra meditation, minimum 108 times, that is one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I would like to take this opportunity to chant with all of you all, because I've come for first session, maybe next session I'll come. So just 2 sessions. So I'd like to take opportunity to chant with all of you all. You all are sincere, and I'm sure by chanting with sincere people, you'll get a lot of benefit. So let us all start chanting now, and all your questions, whatever is there, please post it in the Google form, and it will be answered next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that also. So I request all of you all that please switch on your videos and please come to a very nice meditative posture. I would like to see all your wonderful faces. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for switching on the videos. I would request all of you all that please sit in a meditative posture, everyone, and please close your eyes. And hear what I'm saying. We're going to do mantra meditation now. For next 10 minutes, it's only we and the Maha Mantra. That's it. We hear the mantra, we chant the mantra, and we hear the mantra. For next 10 minutes, forget about the rest of the world. Just forget it. No need to think about what next after this session. What happened yesterday? What happened today morning? Just 10 minutes. Try to pull your mind back on the mantra gently. No need of force. Gently pull the mind and put it on the mantra. This is the activity that we all will do. And let us pray to Krishna that, oh Krishna, I've started practicing spirituality by your mercy. And by your mercy, somehow I'm able to understand Bhagavad Gita. Oh Lord, please help me now. I'm still a baby. I even don't know how to crawl. Please help me so that I progress very nicely in spirituality and get good clarity in life and understand about all the intricate topics which you have spoken in Bhagavad Gita. Please help me to continue chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every single day without fail. Sometimes the mind supports, sometimes the mind does not support. But oh Krishna, you're the controller of mind. You can control. Please help me, O Lord. Please help me. With this mood, every single Mahamantra, we're going to call out for Krishna and we're going to pray. Hope all of us are ready. Please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Let us all chant 3 times the Maha Mantra together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Keep your eyes closed. Let us all chant one time the Maha Mantra together, loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Offer a silent prayer to the Lord, requesting Him to bestow us with a lot of spiritual strength so that we continue our spiritual practice every single day. Gently open your eyes. Thank you all very much for being there, and thank you for tolerating me from last 1.5 hours. So let us meet next Sunday. Wednesday we'll have Q&A session, and your course instructors will be conducting that. And next Sunday I'll be back and I'll be taking this, continuing the session part 2. Tomorrow I'm traveling to Pandharpur, a place where wonderful deity of Lord Krishna is there, self-manifested deity of Lord Vitthal or Panduranga. So I'll pray for all of you all who was present today in today's session, that all of you progress very, very nicely in the path of bhakti and attain the perfection of human form of life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.